The meeting began with a proclamation for Hunger Action Week to bring attention to food insecurity in our community and encourage the public to take action. The city has a few new faces. Darren Lewis was introduced as our new fire marshal, and Adam West, no, not that guy, he's our new assistant city attorney. Keep Victoria Beautiful recognized Sonic Drive-In as the recipient of its monthly Business Beautification Award for September. Hopefully residents are inspired to do their part. Environmental Services Director Daryl Lesack reminded us to sign up for the September 24th Fall Sweep Cleanup. Mayor Jeff Balknight requested an update on a recent Library Advisory Board meeting. City Manager Jesus Garza summarized the board meeting that took place on August 31st. First, the board received an update from Maureen Arndt with 720 Design, who is spearheading an update on the strategic library plan and master plan. Council will receive a more thorough update directly from 720 Design at its September 30th quarterly workshop. Exciting things are ahead as we look to incorporate recommendations from the Downtown Master Plan and feedback from the hundreds of residents whom participated in the survey and the community input meetings. Additionally, City Manager Garza updated Council on the board's decision to uphold the library director's decisions to keep the 2 books that were appealed to the Library Advisory Board. Even though there is an ongoing conversation about updating the library policies, he wanted to clarify that because the re-evaluation forms specifically included concerns with both LGBTQ content and religion, that it's likely the board would have upheld the director's decision even if a different policy were in place. Mr. Garza also indicated that if the city does choose to implement new policies based on community standards, the board recommends we hire a consultant to help define what those standards would be. He reminded the public that the collaborative effort here amongst city staff and council is not to ban books, but to better articulate the standards related to age appropriateness. Mr. Garza expressed support for library staff and encouraged residents to be respectful as we navigate this difficult issue. Mayor Balknight also expressed his desire for civil conversation amongst all parties and reiterated that council's concerns are not about issues of sexual orientation, not about gender identity or religion, but rather about sexually explicit content and helping parents choose better appropriate books for their children. The conversation will continue next Tuesday evening at a special Library Advisory Board meeting. Council approved all of the items on the consent agenda, including a variance request for a new sign at Victoria Town Center, aka the future home of Boot Barn and Burlington Coat Factory. Get excited. The Council also approved all of the discussion items. Council formally adopted the new budget and tax rate for fiscal year 2022, which lowers the property tax rate by 3 cents and adds more funds for road projects and other capital improvements, as well as an updated pay program for our public safety personnel and adjustments to the health insurance premiums for all employees. And the council allocated $135,000 worth of hotel occupancy tax funds to 27 applicants. The city received a record number of applications from groups that promote tourism, and everyone who applied got at least some funding. As demand increases, city staff and council will need to have conversations about prioritizing funding to ensure that the funds are impactful to the organizations that do receive them. Finally, the council announced appointments for the Parks and Recreation Commission. John Hayek was newly appointed, and Laurie Eder and Justin Urbano were reappointed.
And that about wraps up today's City Council recap. But continue to stay informed so that you can be involved in what's happening in your community. We'll see you next time.